All right. Just about ready here. Make sure all my settings are, I didn't sign for a squat challenge. Okay, never mind. Should I not do the squat challenge? Let's not do the squat challenge. I can save it for next week. Okay, I just got to check one more shirt time, make sure I am recording. Yes, I am. Okay, let's warm up. I know Wednesday was a little rough. I should just tell you well ahead of time when the day is for the squat challenge. And then you can choose to pick, right? One more here, let's go overhead. Good, we got two more. Then we're gonna pull it back. Good, one more, then we're going all the way around. Maybe what I could do is just do the squat challenge on a separate video and put it on the YouTube channel. That's what I'll do, and then you can choose to do it or not to do it. One more. All right, let's go wide leg stretch, right and left. I got that kickboxing video posted on the YouTube channel too, so it's such a good way to get rid of your frustrations and your stress. Might do another one of those tomorrow, I'll let you know. 4, 3, 2, we're going overhead with the tap. Add a squat. Okay, we're gonna slow it down even more. Big squat, reach. Okay, take it to the front here. Big squat, reach. Got my partner in crime over here, so. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, we're not gonna do the full on squat challenge, just a little bit. So we're gonna start with a split squat. Right foot forward, left foot back. Nice and tall. So have your hands here. We're gonna do 10 on each side. Remember your split squats, nice and tall. Take it down as low as you can. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor or lose your balance just like I did. We're gonna do 10 on each side. Two more. All right, nice job. Okay, now we're gonna do in-out squats. So our feet narrow base, and then we're gonna step it wide. So 5, 4, 3, 2, step it wide to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, step it narrow. 3, 2, wide the other way. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to the middle, shake it off a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna do a staggered squat. So face whichever direction. You're gonna do 5, and then you're gonna turn quickly and do 5 the other way. So 5 here, 4, 3, 2, other side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go the other side again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Other side. You can always step it slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. See, it's not so bad. Okay, now we're gonna do back front. So you're gonna do 5 to the back. You can either step forward for 5 or you can jump. Okay, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going back, step or jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, jump or step forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Okay, we have one more, and it is a pistol squat. So different variations of pistol squat. So you're gonna go on one leg. You can have your other leg up in the air, or you can just have your heel down. We're gonna do 5 on each side. 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna switch. 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch it the other way. And again, you can have your heel down, or you can have your leg forward. 3, 2, other side. People who are really good at pistol squats can all go all the way down. I can't even do that with a suspension trainer. So we'll get what we get. 5, one more. I totally lost count. Okay, awesome. That was a good way to start it off on a Friday. Okay. Ooh, I'm breathing heavy already. We're gonna add 2 more, and then we're gonna go down to core. So I want you to do what's called a prisoner squat. So your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Hands behind your head, pull your elbows back. So that forces you to have a tall trunk. Way down, way up. 10. This is mobility too. Oh, I snuck in squats and mobility. How rude, huh? I think we got 2 more. Last one. Keep your squat level here. Take it overhead. Same thing. We're going to slow it down. So when you're doing these squats for mobility, I want you to focus on your slowness, your range of motion, and that you try to keep your arms overhead as best you can. Counting? I'm not counting. 3, 2, last one. Okay, nice job. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of core. So if you have a little weight, grab it. If not, you can do these with no weight. I'm gonna grab the kettlebell. Okay, so we're gonna do a little core. So feet are about hip width apart. Knees bent, belly button is nice and tight, chin is tucked. We're going around the world, around our waist. So really focus on pulling your belly button in. Your shoulder blades are down and back. Keep going. I got a timer, so we'll do that all day. Switch directions. Switch directions again. And then switch directions one more time. Sorry, getting my timer going here. All right, stop, take a breather. Okay, so we're gonna stay standing. We're gonna do overhead halos. So if you have that little weight, bring it overhead. Otherwise, just clasp your hands. We're gonna halo. Let's bring our feet together. You can have a little bit of space, but really for the most part together. Your belly button's tucked in, tight. Your shoulder blades are down and back. Switch directions. So if you're doing this with no weight, you're still gonna feel your core. If you have some weight, you'll get an idea of how this is challenging you. You can even add what's called an around the world. So you bring it big. Do whatever feels good on your shoulders. Okay, nice. Okay, let's repeat that. So feet a little bit narrower than last time, a little bit of a bend in the knees, nice and solid here. We're gonna do around the world, around the waist. Now, if that's comfortable, bring it out further. You really wanna focus on your core. Belly button's tight, shoulder blades are back and together. Good, switch directions. This one, ready? 5 more seconds. And one more, good. Okay, let's do one more overhead. Again, narrow base, overhead, So you can either do your circles or you can do around the world. 2, 1, go. The big thing with these, your shoulders shouldn't hurt, and your belly button should be tight, and your shoulder blades are pulled down and back. Switch. Three, 2, and last one. Good. Okay, we're gonna do just a couple more for legs before we take it down. You're gonna do a side lunge with a small twist. So weight or hands together. You're gonna step to the side, a little rotation, and then the other side. So what you're focusing on with these is your belly button's tight, your posture is tall. So again, we're calling this Mobility Core Friday. So we're thinking a lot about our core. You might feel a little bit of stretch in that inner thigh. One more. Nice. Okay. Good. Awesome. You can set the weight down. We are going to use it if you have a weight. We are going to use that for a little bit of core. So let's come on to our hands and knees first. Let's get a little bit of back, upper back, lower back, and glute work. So we're going to be hands and knees. So our knees are under our hips, hands under shoulders, looking down at the mat with chin tuck. Opposite arm and leg. Remember, you can modify this to just your arm or just your leg. Good. Give me 2 more, and then I want you to hold out at the end of the range of motion. 1 more. Now hold it out there. Tuck your chin. Everything is super, super solid. Shoulder blade down and back. Glutes working hard. Belly button pulled in. 2, 1. Good. Okay, we're going to switch. So opposite side. Again, arm, leg, or both. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Got a few more here. Keep going. Nice and strong in the trunk. 2 more. Hold it strong. Hold it strong. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good. Now you're going to lay on your stomach. If you want to watch first, I'll review it quick. You'd be laying on your stomach with your thumbs pointed. We're going to do squeezes. You're looking down at the mat with your chin tucked. Okay, so on your tummy, just arms. So turn your toes together and try to keep your legs down. That'll shut off your glutes. We're just doing upper back for the first one. So your toes are pointed together, looking down at the mat. Arms up with your thumbs pointed to the ceiling. And up and in, and then back and down. What you really want to focus on here is that belly button is pulled in tight. Your chin is tucked, you're looking at the mat. If you need to kind of readjust, make sure your belly button is pulled in tight. If your legs are popping off the floor, just turn your toes in a little bit more. That shuts off your glutes. And we're just working upper back for now. Awesome. Okay, come on back to a prayer stretch. And then we're going to come to on our back. We're going to do an ab series. So start on your back with your knees bent. Feet on the ground, just heels, or your advancement would be your legs up. So we're going to start with a crunch, 2 up, 2 down, up for 2, down for 2. Remember, these are the ones where we lead with our shoulders. You're not leading with your head. So if you want to advance it, you can bring your legs up. What I really want is that your back is flat. So if you're here, you go halfway through this 30-second series and your back starts to pop. You put your heels on the ground or just modify it back to your feet on the ground. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do dead bugs. Arms up, legs up. Back is flat. Again, we're going to go alternate arm and leg, or you can do just arm or just leg. squeezing the shoulder blades. Not very fast. Slow is good. Slow is controlled. Slow works those muscles. Don't forget to breathe. Nice. Okay, if you have a weight or dumbbells or soup cans or whatever, grab those. You're gonna put them over your shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades. We're gonna bicycle with our legs. So you can do this with no weight. You would just have your arms overhead, but really focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you have some weight, you're squeezing those weights tight. For your legs, the lower you go down, the more challenging. So if you feel like your back's popping, you can just do knees right here. Very good. Okay, set one weight down if you have one weight. Hold it over, same way, over your chest. If you have no weights, just clasp your hands. We're gonna reach up with the shoulders and back down. Keep your eyes on the ceiling, leading with the shoulders. So it's kind of like a crunch, but a little more intense. Don't be tempted to push that weight or your hands up to the ceiling. You're pushing or you're leading with your shoulders. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go heel to heel. So your heel to heel, you can have your head cleared off the floor just a little, or if you feel a little bit stronger, you can bring it up higher. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, now slow it down. Good. Okay, we're going to bridges. So if you have two weights over shoulders, you can do one weight over shoulder. You can do hands. We're going to go with 2 feet together, bridging up and down. We're going to do 2 sets of this. So if you want to go right ahead to one side, and then you would just do the other side on the other set. Otherwise, you can stick with 2. Good job. One more. Nice. Okay, so if you did 2 feet, we're going to just do one more set. If you did one, you're going to switch, do the opposite. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Nice. We're about half done. Really drive that up there. One more. All right, now I want you to come on to in a plank position. We're going on forearms. Okay, so we're going to be in a forearm plank. Hold it there. Remember, with your plank, shoulders, hips, and knees should be even. If you need to drop, modification here or modification here, whatever works for you. Okay, now you're going to bring one knee towards your elbow. You're going to hold it there. This is tough. You're barely clearing the floor. If you need a break, just come back into your plank position. 3, 2, 1, back to plank. Sit on back into that prayer stretch just for a couple seconds before we do the other side. Good. Okay, come back to forearm. All right, forearm plank. Good job. Okay, now bring that opposite side. Knee to elbow, just barely clearing the floor. Keep your plank. Ooh, this is tough. Good job. You can do it. You can do it. Again, if you need to modify, just come back to your plank position. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come back to your prayer position. We're going to a hand plank. Let's do one more hand plank. Then we better do some mobility. Okay, so we're hand planking in 3 seconds. 2, 1. So a nice strong plank. Toes, knees, or knees and toes, whatever works for you. And then you can rock back and forth a little bit. Three more seconds. 2, 1. Nice. Come back into the prayer position. Good job. Way to hang in there for a little strengthening. We're going to move on to mobility. So if you want to, if you have shoes on, you can ditch them, ditch your socks, whatever you need. But we're really going to get into some yoga poses and things like that. I know. All right, nice. So we're all going to meet in our prayer stretch. So if you had to ditch your socks and shoes, some of you have been hanging out in your prayer position. That's awesome. So let's all meet there. Okay, we're really going to get into this deep breathing. Take both hands over to one side. Come back to the middle. Take it to the other side. And then come back to the middle. I just need to rearrange a little bit. We are going to go through a cobra to downward dog series next. So start on your tummy. Your hands are going to be on either side of your shoulders. So let me demo one quick one, so if you need to watch. So we're doing cobra, so you inhale up. Exhale, drop your hips. Tuck your toes, come to what's called a downward dog. So you're driving, your goal is your heels are toward the floor or to the floor. Then what we're going to do is advance to one leg up. Then we're going to sweep the leg through, and you can help it if you need to. And we're going to add on through that. So let's start with cobra. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your hips. One more inhale here. Exhale. Good, take it back down. Okay, cobra, inhale up. Exhale, drop your hips. Let's come down. One more cobra here. Exhale. Tuck your toes, downward dog. So take it slow. Give yourself some time to loosen up the back of those legs. You want to think about your tailbone driving to the ceiling. Our goal with a downward dog is you're like an upside down V. Good. Now I want you to come to a plank. Hold that for just a second. We're coming down for a slow count of 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Awesome. Cobra up. Exhale, drop your hips. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Lift your one leg. So you're going to feel more weight through the foot that's bearing weight. Get a better stretch there. Big, deep breaths with this. Bring it back down to downward dog. Drive the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Come to plank. Hold the plank. And down for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your hips. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Drive that tailbone up, lift the other leg this time. Back to downward dog. Back to plank. Down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Cobra up. Exhale down. Downward dog. Lift the one leg, so you're lifting that first leg. Now sweep that leg through. You need to help it. We're gonna have both hands on the inside of that front foot. Drop your back foot down. Just enjoy that stretch a little bit there. Deep breath. Exhale. Tuck that back toe and come back to a plank. Down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, cobra up. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the other leg. Good. Sweep it through. Both hands on the inside of that front foot. Drop that back foot again. One more inhale and exhale. Pull your back toe back up, back to plank. And down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you guys got that down. We're gonna repeat on each side. Cobra up. Exhale. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Lift one leg, nice and big. Sweep it through. Drop that back foot. One big breath in and out here. Tuck that back foot back to plank. Down for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more inhale up. Exhale. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Lift the other leg. Sweep it through. Drop that back foot. Couple nice deep breaths here with this stretch. Good, tuck that back foot, back to plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing one more downward dog. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Hang out there for a little bit. We're nice and warmed up so the back of those legs can get a really good stretch right now. Drop down to your knees and back to a prayer stretch. I want you to hang out there. Take some nice deep breaths. We're at 12:42. So those of you who are our half hours, you've got a few minutes. No matter how long you stay in our mobility day, I want you to take at least 2 or 3 minutes to do your rebound. Take both hands over to one side. So your rebound is where you're laying on your back or your stomach or child's pose or whatever's comfortable for you. Back to middle with the prayer stretch. And you're breathing and relaxing and really just enjoying the time that you spent giving your body some good mobility. Other side. Always deep breathing. Back to prayer stretch in the middle. Good. Okay, we're coming up to all fours. So if you have time, we're going to do this for 15 more minutes. If not, just enjoy your rebound. We're going to go to a pigeon stretch. So the pigeon stretch, your leg is in front of you in an upside down V. Try to turn so your hips are relatively square. And then you're going to come forward over your knee with your chest. Our goal is your head to rest on the ground. Some people can't do that. Take your fist, rest your head, one fist or even 2 fists. It doesn't matter as long as you can relax. And you kind of sometimes got to wiggle around to feel where's that best stretch in that hip without discomfort. Nice deep breathing here. So this is one of those, if we're spending more time sitting, it's called your piriformis. It's that deep muscle in your butt. And if that gets tight, that can give you lots of back pain. It can shoot down your leg because it lies over your sciatic nerve. So this is a really, really good one. So we're going to spend a little time here. Deep breathing. So you can stay there, or if you want to change it up a little bit, you take one hand on either side of that front knee and then just come to a pressing up. So if that feels like a good stretch, then you drive that back leg back a little bit. So this is just opening up that back a little bit more. Good deep breathing. So if you spent a little bit too much time, maybe on the couch with your laptop on your lap, that back gets a little tight. So either one. So you're either pigeon or this one. Okay, now I want you to stay in this upward pigeon pose. If you're not, come up into this pose. We're going to do a little bit of neck. So tuck your chin, bring your ear towards your shoulder, keep your chin tucked. And if you need to, you can turn your head towards, so you're looking down towards your armpit. So just a little bit different muscle in that neck. Hold it there. 3 more deep breaths. Come out of that neck stretch nice and slow. Ooh, that gets a little tight. Okay, we're going to get out of this side pigeon stretch. We're going to the other side. So wiggle around where you need to find that comfy spot. Ooh, my left hip is tight. Chest is coming down. You're going to come down, head resting, or one fist, or 2. Nice deep breaths here. Some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Keep doing that deep breathing and really allow, when you exhale, allow that muscles in the hip to really let go and loosen up. Okay, now if you choose, you can bring both hands on either side of that knee and come on up, drive that back leg back a little bit more. When you come into this, make sure you're letting your shoulders relax. Or you can stay in your pigeon pose if that feels good to you today. Stay in your pigeon pose. Okay, so if you're in pigeon, come up to meet us at this. I'm going to call it an extended pigeon. I don't even know if it has a name. But you're coming up with your hands on either side. You're going to tuck your chin. You're going to bring your ear toward your shoulder, opposite of what you did last time. And then if you need to, look towards your armpit and then look down. Drop the shoulders. Couple more deep breaths here. Good, come out of that neck stretch nice and slow. Come out of your pigeon stretch. We're gonna next go to a frog pose. So your knees and your feet are on the outside of your mat. Your feet can even be a little bit on either side of the mat, depending on how you feel with this one. You're gonna sit back. Ooh, this is good for your hips. You're gonna sit back and then rest your forearms on the ground so your elbows are bent, and then just chill into that. So you wanna lean back. You're gonna feel a lot of opening in the hips, maybe your low back. You might feel it in your ankles. You might feel it in your upper back, all kinds of places. Deep breaths here. When you're doing your deep breathing, really think about breathing all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. So you're bringing your air in, feel it opening on the sides of your chest. Those ribs are expanding way at the bottom. Okay, good. Come up from this just a little, nice and slow. Bring your feet together and then come back. So same idea. You just should be able to come back a little bit further with your feet together. Deep breaths. Okay, now come out of that. You're going to go down to your stomach. We're on our stomach. We're going to do a twisted cross. So your arm is at your side with your palm facing down. You're going to roll away from that arm. So make sure your shoulder is down, rolling away. You can put your foot behind your leg or in front of your leg, depending on how flexible you are. Your hand can be supporting you in the front, or you can put it on your waist, depending on how flexible you are. So however you set yourself up, you want to make sure you can relax, but yet get a good stretch. This is a great way to open up that shoulder. Pull your shoulder blades back, kind of together. Some people even like to take this top arm and just fold it behind their back. Good, come out of that nice and slow. Take your time. And then we're gonna switch and do the other way. Make sure you bring that shoulder down so it's not pinchy. Ooh, that spine gets tight. Deep breaths here. If your foot is in front of you or behind you, doesn't matter, but try to pull that knee up toward the ceiling. Again, if you like that arm behind your back to get a little bit more opening in the chest and a little more stretch in the upper back, you can sure do that. Good, come out of that nice and slow. We're gonna come up to hands and knees. We're gonna do those forearm stretches. So that was either pulling it back and forward on each side, or you can come into a hands and knees with your fingers pointing towards your knees. Again, if that's too much, remember you can walk your knees towards your fingers, and then you're gonna sit back. Nice deep breaths here. Try to relax your shoulders. When we lean back, it's easy to squinch them up by your ears, but try to relax them back. Squinch, did I just make up that word? Squinch. This is a great one to do every day. Keep going. If you find you're getting more flexible as you do this, you could just walk those knees back. Okay, good. Come out of that one nice and slow. We're coming into a half kneel. We're gonna stay upright for our half kneel, and then we're gonna come forward. Try to keep your heel down. We're gonna put some weight with our forearms through that front of that leg to get a really good stretch in that calf. So you're gonna feel a really good stretch in the front calf and probably that back hip flexor. Ooh, that calf is tight. Now we're gonna drop down to hands or a forearm or two forearms. Good. Come back to two hands and then eventually come back to where we were with those forearms on your front leg. Now we're going to come out of that. We're going to do the other one. Good. For our 1 o'clock people, we got about 5 minutes left. Don't forget, deep breathe. Keep going here. Some people describe it as crocodile breathing. If you think about where your lower ribs are, when crocodiles breathe, they come out and in. So not so much belly breath, but really filling the lungs in and out here. Okay, let's take those hands down by the inside of that foot or forearm or two. Good, come out of that. We're gonna add our saddle stretch next. So this is the one where your knees are toward the outside of the mat. You're sitting on your heels. And if that hurts, this is the one where you can roll up your mat as much as you need. Put it under your ankles. You can even roll up a blanket or a towel. You're leaning back. Relax into this. So this is a very, there's a lot of ways to modify this. So some people can be here on their fists. If you can go back further, if you're flexible enough or you work to that point, you can even go on your elbows. Find a place where you can chill. Don't forget about that nice deep breathing. Don't fight the stretches, just ease into them. If they don't feel good, modify and come back out of that. You don't want to fight them. That's not going to help. Okay, we're going to come out of that nice and slow. So wherever you're at, come out of that a little bit. We're not going to completely finish this stretch quite yet. Okay, now come out of this stretch nice and slow. We're going to transition to a seated straddle. So that's the one where you're sitting wide leg, and you might have to wiggle around a little bit so you're getting a nice good base on those sit bones. And we're going to lean forward. So if you have a weight, you can bring that forward just to give you some leverage. If not, you just put your hands on the floor. All right, we're going to spend a couple minutes here. What I want you to do here is just relax into that stretch. Every time you exhale, try to come further forward. Good. Keep going. Every exhale, you're getting a better stretch. So if your hands are on the ground and you have a weight, and that works for you, other things you can do is you can grab the sides of your legs, your heels, your feet, whatever you feel works for you to get a good stretch. Drop your head, let everything relax. Don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't. All right, now what I'd like you to do from here is go into your rebound position. So that might be your back, your stomach, child's pose, prayer position, whatever feels good to you. And we're just going to focus for our last minute on some nice deep breathing. So whatever feels good. Back, legs straight, legs bent, arms out. Find that comfortable spot for you. And you're at home. So if you want to do that for the rest of the afternoon, hey. Really focus on those deep breaths. I would die Okay, you guys keep enjoying that rebound. Driving down the road alone. Heart is drenched in wine. You'll be on my mind. Oh. Thanks for joining. Have a great